Miami bounty hunters armed with battering ram storm home over $750 bond, video shows. Miami UD armed agents woke up Donald Colas on the night of May 5, surrounding his Miami Gardens home and shining a light into the bedroom where his 2-year-old son was asleep. Wielding a battering ram, stun guns, and crowbars, they stormed the home searching for a fugitive who owed $750 following his arrest for driving with a suspended license. The bounty hunters broke down 2 doors, searched under mattresses and quoted a 147-year-old Supreme Court opinion. The man, Colas' 28-year-old cousin Berlin Gabriel, wasn't there. He hadn't lived there. What Colas says, he didn't know his cousin used his address when police asked where he lived. That gave the bounty, as private agents licensed by Florida's Department of Financial Services and empowered by Florida Administrative Code, they do not require a search warrant to enter the home where they believe the fugitive they're seeking is residing. I did not know he was going to use it, Colas said of his cousin. I was very upset. In a video of the incident provided to the Miami Herald, Colas is heard telling the agents that Gabriel was not at the home, located on Northwest 32nd Avenue. He refused to let. Colas lost that battle and the agents, working for Manhurt's bail bonds in Miami, stormed through an exterior fence and the front door as they searched for Gabriel. Now Colas is intent on filing a lawsuit. His lawyer, Miami Gardens police, were called to the home 3 times on the night of May 5, records show. "We have more jurisdiction than police officers," one of the bounty hunters said in a video of the incident. Miami Gardens police are reviewing the incident. A spokesman did. Pierre, the attorney representing Colas and his family members, sent a letter to Miami Gardens Mayor Oliver Gilbert, Police Chief Delma Noel Pratt and the Miami Gardens City Commission on May 20 calling for an investigation and the reprimanding of the officers involved. "If you choose to do nothing, this will reinforce my client's belief that this was nothing more than a state-sponsored home invasion," Pierre wrote. A police supervisor at the scene told the bond agents that police officers could not compel the family to open their doors. Soon after a third call, no one responded, Pierre said. Gabriel was never captured, but a family member paid off the debt 2 days later. The damaged doors. Gabriel had been arrested in November 2018 and released on bail shortly after. Bail bond company. In a court filing after missing an appearance, Gabriel said he had lost his job and had no money. Pierre said his client, "The guy didn't appear for a traffic ticket, it's not like the guy was a murderer," Pierre said in an interview. "What gives these Pierre said he was in the process of preparing a civil lawsuit, but it is unclear who he would file against." Manhurt's bail bond. Mike Nefsker, the Southern Director of the Florida Bail Agents Association and President of Big Mike's Bail Bonds in West Palm Beach, said there was clearly a reason why the bond agents in the Miami Gardens case raided the home. He said when someone is arrested, they give police an address. If Gabriel it's not like they picked a random house and went out and said this guy is staying here, he said. If he used his Nefsker said the bail bond recovery system in Florida is more regulated than those in other parts of the country. While bail bond agents are colloquially referred to as bounty hunters, Nefsker said the term was a misnomer in Florida. State statute. In Florida, bail agents can't be felons and must be of high character and approved integrity, according to the Department of Financial Services. Applicants must be. Florida, unlike a lot of states, we don't have bounty hunters. You have to be a licensed. The incident demonstrates the far-reaching protections and privileges afforded to bail bonds agents, said Brian Johnson, a professor at Grand Valley State University in Allendale, Michigan, who authored a study on the American bail bonds recovery industry. Johnson said the Supreme Court's 1872 decision in the Taylor v. Tainter case gives an oft-quoted section of the court filing stipulates that bounty hunters could arrest a defendant even on the Sabbath. if that person put down that address as one of the places where they live. Under federal case law, bounty hunters do have the legal authority to enter the residence, Johnson said. The Fourth Amendment right to protection against illegal search and seizures does not apply for private entities like bounty hunters, Johnson said. Legal guidelines are all based upon that surety contract, he said. By that person, lower-income defendants who cannot afford to pay their full bonds to the court are disproportionately affected by the pitfalls of the bail bond industry. The American Bar Association has also staked an anti-cash bail position. 4 U.S. states, Illinois, Kentucky, Oregon, and Wisconsin, have abolished commercial bail. The remaining 40, in Arkansas, Florida, Ohio, and Texas, only licensed bail agents and other licensed professionals, like a private investigator, can hunt down bond absconders, according to the analysis. California attempted to become the first state to abolish cash bail in August, but voters will decide the industry's fate in a 2020 referendum. Bail bond company owners argue that the system saves taxpayers money and is effective at ensuring that defendants show up for court. A lot of the time, if they did abscond and we did go after them, then law enforcement isn't involved, he said. The system is safe. Colas, the homeowner, said he was glad no one was injured during the raid. He said the bond it's weird to me that they feel they're in the right to do that, he said. You're violating. Miami Herald reporter Charles Robin contributed to this report. Copyright 2019 Miami Herald. Visit Miami Herald at www.miamiherald.com. Distributed by Tribune Content Agency, LLC.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.